All right, what's up, y'all? AWB. We're back at it on these morning bike rides, and you know, this is where we can talk. So whoever gets on the stream, we'll talk now, and if you catch this later at any time, go ahead and drop your comments and tell me your thoughts about auditing or exercising your rights and evaluation of public servants, because that's really what we're doing. You know, I think we need to be more specific. You know, a lot of times we give roundabout names of what things should be. So we call it auditing. But what is an audit? An audit is an evaluation of the jobs of public servants, I guess. So it's up to us, the people, to make sure that that is done for our well-being. And it's crazy because public servants, outside of their jobs, you know, they're normal public people, you know. But it's like some of them get in that position and they feel like they have power over the people that they serve, which is weird. Thoughts on that? Oh man, I don't know what this. Sounded like some alarm was going off. I don't know what that alarm was. But yeah, so I can't see your comments now, but I will check them out later, or I might be able to stop and, you know, just look through my phone. But I don't know if I get a time to do that right now. So just jump in the comment section and I will respond to your comment. You know, I don't know if a lot of people or a lot of my subscribers know that I'm a real person, but I am a real person. And well, I have a playlist on my channel, so you can see my playlist of artists that I've done. I don't just post content. I make content as well, which is why we're doing this live stream right now. Yeah, I know the video might be it was kind of shaky, but that was because I didn't have my camera strapped all the way to my body. It was just like, you know, I wasn't really wearing it the proper way. So I was looking at the video and I was thinking like, that's kind of shaky. I don't know if I would want to watch that. These cars tripping. So we riding. Look, don't none of these cars stop over here. That's why they hit this sign. Crazy. Look at that car. Don't nobody stop at the stop sign. Yeah. But there's a few people who say that, like, you're agitating people or causing division because you are exercising your rights outside. Is crazy to me. You know, I can understand if you're just a person who just don't like it and they admit to, they just say they feel they don't like it, but they know that, you know, it's not against the law. It's okay if you don't like it. But you have to know that you cannot demand somebody stop exercising their right because you just don't like the way it makes you feel. If it was something that would impede on your rights, then you know, then you have something. Then you have something there. But if it's just because you don't like the way it makes you feel, that's not gonna be enough. I can understand if you just don't like the way it make you feel. Okay, I understand that. And if you say that to me while I'm making content, I will turn it in a way that I will turn the camera so it avoids you, or I edit you out the content. And you know, I am, you know, respectful. And if you ask me respectfully to not record you, then I'll do my best to avoid it if you're not in my shot directly. But there's many ways to probably get around you, and I would do that. I've done that in videos now that nobody even knows about because the content was edited. So that person was not in the content. And yeah, matter of fact, if y'all go check out my video for the medical examiner office, there was a family in there who, I don't know what their situation was, but you have an idea because I was in the medical examiner's office. So they politely asked me you know, would I take them out of the content completely, which I did. But because I told them I'll just turn so it doesn't face them. But they was like, can you just take us out completely? And I said, yeah. I had no problem doing that. You know, I don't know what idea people have of who auditors are. But yeah, I don't know what the idea of auditors are, but auditors are people who their job at that time is to do evaluation of a service or a task or a job, something like that. But basically they're there to do an evaluation. And give their grievances. They take note, they take their evaluation, and then they talk about their experience, whether it was good or bad. That's what auditors do. This whole, oh, auditors are just people who cause a ruckus and are just trying to agitate people, blah, 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 is crazy. That is a crazy way to view it. You may have a couple of people who they call auditors. You might have a couple of them that are actually out there to like really agitate people or get a different reaction for a bigger a more entertaining video, because that's really it is. You know, you have some people who are just doing it for, or they really take in mind the entertainment aspect of it, which, you know, I understand. Ultimate evaluation, you know, of the service. That's really it. You know, it's kind of like, okay, if they gonna play crazy, you just play crazier. And that's the take that some people may have on it. All right, if they play crazy, I'm just gonna play crazier. Then you have some people who are, okay, if they play crazy, I'm gonna keep it cool. You know, either way that you go about it, it's still, you know, I think it's okay. I think it's fair. At that point, it depends on how you're feeling that day, just like them. Yeah, so y'all tell me y'all thoughts on that. Do you think auditing is heroic or troublesome? I also saw that a lot of people they love it and wish more people would do it, and those are my type of people, because we for sure need more people doing it. You know, when somebody is in a public servant position, they should never approach it as if they're the master of you. And that's kind of the way that they approach it sometimes. Well, a lot of the time, really, because they're so used to it. Now, there are times where there are a few public servants that are aware of their position, and that's what they're about, the service to you. All right, hold on. I'm gonna check and see what y'all thoughts are. I be Isman. What's up? What's up? Hold on. I'm gonna check. Audit is evaluation of the jobs of public servants. See what y'all thoughts are. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So an auditor is just a citizen who is doing that, which is exercising our rights to do it. And really, we should be doing it. It's not even it's not a debate. We should be doing that, because if the public give jobs to the servants, the public servants, then the ones who would do an evaluation of them would be the person who gave them the job. It only makes sense. So, New Jersey. I know a lot going on up north, which is crazy, because you would think up north would be different from down south, but I think a lot more. I think it's a lot crazier, a lot more crazy up north. Down south, which is crazy. All right. So I gotta put that down. Turn down this street right here. So what I see, that's the Social Security office. Yeah, this is the Social Security office where I did that audit one time, and the dude pushed me out. Well, I let him push me out. And that's the thing about, like, I let him do it. But really, you know, oh, yeah. Let me see. On there, they just opened up. Yeah, they just opened up. We got people waiting already. Yeah. Well, I was just passing by, seeing what they got going on. But I did do an audit here one time, where a more authentic one now. Yeah. So what I just did now was kind of a ride through. It wasn't, I wouldn't call it a audit because I didn't stand still enough to see what they had going on. If you just riding through, then it's not really, you can't tell, because they may just try to cover their tracks while you're watching them as you ride by. But if you just stand there and you record them, then they're thinking about their actions. So that's when it becomes a evaluation. Or a more authentic evaluation. With the ride through, sometimes you can see things, but you usually have to stick around for a little while to really get the whole story. If you don't stand still long enough, you won't get the whole story. Yeah, but I like this. I'm able to keep my GoPro charged and continue to stream. So I figured out how we're gonna have great content. You know, because with the GoPro, like, thing is, like, I have extra batteries, but then I would have to stop the stream, load the next battery, then start the stream again, which is that is a hassle, and that is hectic, and it's very frustrating. It's better to, you know, just keep going. And That's why this media mod helps that a lot. So if you have a GoPro and you make content, get a media mod. You will thank yourself. Not thank me, you will thank yourself. Because I don't know how you could be a content creator, use GoPros, and have to switch out the battery over and over and over again. That is hectic. Well, especially if you maybe if you live streaming, but just getting regular content, you know, it's not a big deal, I guess. Yeah, you blocking sidewalk. Hey, morning, you blocking sidewalk. Yeah. What's up? People be looking crazy, man. Oh, come on, man. What y'all got going on, man? Let me turn around. I don't know what y'all got going on. Sidewalk closed. I gotta turn back this way. Why aren't you blocking the sidewalk? Yeah, I'm glad you finally moved it. Yeah, that's a lot better. I appreciate it. And thank you. Yeah, so tell me your thoughts on auditing. What is auditing in your words, in the words that you have? If you're one of those people, auditors or agitators, or that's what auditing is, it's about agitation and division, that is nuts. Unless you're saying the division is from law-abiding citizens and criminals. If you, I would say it's dividing, and it might agitate you. But if you're not a criminal, then I wouldn't understand that. Seeing the problem that you have with it. You know, so what I'm gonna say is I think a lot of people are aware of their rights, and they are for people exercising them. But there are a few people who just don't like that, and they'll figure out every way to make that the reason why they feel like somebody else's way that they're rights. You know, I think that's nuts. You know, it really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But y'all tell me y'all thoughts. Are you one of those people who say auditing is causing agitation and division? And if your answer is yes, then I would ask you, what people is it agitating, and what people is it agitating and dividing? What, like, characteristics of those people? Let's see. Pull out my phone. Hold on. See where we at. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me adjust this real quick. Y'all keep riding with me. They need to cut their grass. Dang. So this, like, if you have a lawn service, a great way to have content is by, like, just have content of cleaning up this yard. Maybe not even charge them. You just do it for the content. Like ones that are really terrible. Like these are corner houses, which is yeah, I like watching the transformation content. When you see yards that have been unkept for a while, and they come in and they show you the transformation, is really remarkable. See? See? For every job, do not do this. Do not block the sidewalk. I think you're pretty much asking for problems at that point. Yeah, so y'all tell me y'all thoughts. What are your thoughts on auditing? Is it heroic, troublesome, and in your words, what is auditing? Like, give a definition for it. And a real definition, not your feelings. So, a definition stating what it actually is, not what you feel like it's doing or you feel like what it is. What are your thoughts? What is it? And give a full description of what you think it is. Auditing. So When I came up with the name Auditing While Black, it, for one, it was just a catchy thing in a way, and I was just playing on the other things that are out there already, like driving while black, you know, whatever while black. But black is really a status. It's not like it's my skin color. You know, I don't have black skin. I have brown skin, dark brown skin. Anybody who calls themselves black, I don't know. It's definitely not the skin color. So for me, it's kind of when you look at like Black's Law dictionary, then black is a status. So it's not saying that you are that, but it's the perception that people may develop from thinking you are that. Yeah, so on one account, I would say my channel name, Auditing While Black, it's a play on words, but it is also authentic in how they will address me. Or like I showed y'all before, when they did a 911 call and I was able to get that call, and I was able to get that call, we saw that the first thing that she was locked on to was the fact that I was black, the fact that she saw me as being black. That's all she described. She was saying he's a black male, he has on black everything, black pants, black shirt. When I definitely had on colored shorts. I think I had on red shorts. I don't even think my shoes were black. But that's the only thing that she locked in on, which is, you know, amazing to me. So, all right, y'all, we're gonna head back. Go for our workout. Are we still going? We're coming up on about an hour. So Let's see. Like this lane of cars, they never stop at the stop sign. See? Yeah. Dang. Alright, so y'all been riding with me for a while. So this is actually part of my workout. And then I go do some more like calisthenic workouts, which I'm on the way to right now. So y'all can watch me, or y'all can chill with me until I get there. But that's my next move. And when I get to the equipment, I'm just gonna go ahead you're not paying attention. Crazy. She not even looking at the road at all. Creeping up for. So what are your thoughts on auditing? Is it heroic or is it troublesome? And what, in your words, what is your definition of auditing? What is it? Give me a definition for it. And she coming here. What's this? Okay. Somebody, she paid no attention to nothing. That's a bad driver. That van you see, that's a bad driver. She's a bad driver. And it's a lady, but she's a bad driver. She all in her phone at the light while she's in the crosswalk area. Hey, rise and shine. She said, morning. She like a robot. Yeah, y'all think she was AI? I think she was AI. Good morning. Yeah, I'm gonna always hit you with the rise and shine. Like even on this stream, to everybody who catching it, rise and shine. Okay. So, all right. Dang, I forgot my towel. Dang. All Rise and shine. Yeah, damn, man, I forgot my cooling towel. That's gonna throw me off. It's all good. All right, AWB. I'm about to end this stream, but I will answer your questions in the comment section, and you know, answer the question. What are your thoughts on auditing? What do you think it is?